Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to integrate Google Play game services achievements in your Flutter application. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm on play.google.com/console. You can go to that particular URL. Obviously you will have to pay $10 to $12, whatever is the amount, to Google. Once that is done, just come back on this particular screen like play.google.com/console, and you just have to click create app on this particular screen. Once this is done, you can give your app some name. I will just give it as Flutter. You can give your app whatever name you feel like. Now, like I said, Google Play game services can only be used for games. Obviously you can use whatever technology you want. Here I'm using Flutter, but it has to be registered as a game. You can't register it as an app. So I will just select game over here, then I will select free. I'll just check this box and I'll just click on create app. Let's just wait for this to complete. Okay, so this is done. Now you will have to go to grow users, go to play game services, go to setup and management, and here you will have to go to configuration. Then here, if you're already using an existing play game services API, then inside your Flutter project you will have to select this. But here I'm created a project from scratch. I'm not using any play game services API, so I will just select this particular thing, and here we will have to create a cloud project. So first what you will have to do is just click on create a new cloud project, click on this particular link called Google Cloud Console. Now here make sure you give it the same name what you have given your app name on Google Play Console. So I will just give it as Flutter. Sorry, I don't want any surprises. That's why I've given it the same name. I'll just click on create, let it create the project for me. So it has created the project. Now I will just select this particular project. Let's just wait for it to finish. So I'll just click on select project. So here you can see it has created the project for me. Again I'll go back to Google Play Console. So we are done with all this step. Just click on done. Now you will have to click on this refresh cloud projects. This might take a little bit of time, like a minute or two, to reflect on your Play Console. Hopefully it should be there. So here you can see it is not showing up for me. I'll just wait for some time and I'll just click on refresh cloud projects again. Okay, so finally it is showing up for me. I'll just select this project and then I'll just click on use. Okay, so then we have to click on this create OAuth consent screen. Again click on this particular link. Now here make sure you are on the same project. The same project which you have created is selected in the drop down. Click on external, click create. Then here again give the app the same name what you have given it earlier. So I'll just give it as Flutter. Then here you will have to select your user support email. Just click on this drop down, it will show up your email ID. Just select that. I'll select that later on because I don't want to reveal my email address. Then just here you can enter, I mean you should enter the same email ID what you have selected over here, but it's not really necessary. So I will enter my different email ID over here, gmail.com, and then you just have to click on save and continue. Okay, then just scroll down, click on save and continue again, and here you should add some test users because we haven't deployed our app to Google Play Store. We won't be doing that inside this project, so it's better you add some testers, and you will have to use same email ID while logging in. Once you deploy your app to Google Play Store, you can use whatever email ID you want. But there are some extra steps which you have to be aware about, like you need to tell Google Cloud Project that you have deployed your app to Google Play Store as well, that all stuff. So I'll just click on add. So here you can see my email ID has been added. So this is my test email ID which I will use for login. I'll click on save and continue again, and here I'll just click on back to dashboard, and here you will have to click on this publish app once you are deploying your APK to Google Play Store. We are not really doing that. So yeah, this is done. Again I'll just go back to my project. So I'll just click on confirmation. Then I will click on create credentials. So for this you will have to scroll up a little and just click on this add credential button. The next thing which you have to do is just open Android Studio, and what we will have to do is we will have to open the Android folder which is there inside our Flutter application inside Android folder and inside Android Studio. Okay, so the reason I'm opening the Android folder inside Android Studio is because we require the SHA-1 key. I know that you can get the SHA-1 key without opening Android Studio as well with the help of this particular command, but this particular command is very confusing if you are using the debug APK like we are doing in this particular tutorial. The easiest way to do get the SHA-1 certificate is running this particular command for debug APK. If you are creating a release APK, then I would recommend you run this particular command, but here once you create your release APK, you will have to replace this particular path with your release key store. This should be your release alias name, this should be your release store password, this should be your release key password. Again, we are not going into that, so what I'll do, I'll just click on open. I will navigate where my Flutter project is located, and so it is over here, and I'll just open the Android folder. I'll just click on open. Now this will take a little bit of time for Gradle syncing, so let it do its thing. We'll come back to Google Play Console again. Alright, so on Google Play Console, make sure you have selected Android, and here this, and you can enable anti-piracy. Given that we are still testing our app, so I have kept it as off. I have kept everything as default. Then we just have to create this OAuth client ID, so I'll just click on this OAuth client ID, and here you will have to click on this particular link. Okay, once this is done, I will just select application type. I will select Android, and here we will have to write our package name. So for that, you can just go to your Flutter project over here, go to Android app build.gradle, and this is my namespace is my package name. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here. Now for SHA-1, like I told you, I'll just copy this particular command ./gradle w assigning report. So I will just go inside the terminal of my Android Studio. Let's just wait. Yeah, so here make sure this is Android, so it should be saying Android, and I'll just run this command. So it will quickly give me the SHA-1 certificate. Again, this is for debug APK only. So I'll just scroll up, and here you can see debug. So I'll just copy this SHA-1 certificate, SHA-1 key I mean. I'll copy this, I'll come over here, and I'll just paste it over here. Then you also need to verify ownership if you are publishing your app to Google Play Store. We are not really doing that in this tutorial, so I'll just click on create. Now it will give us the client ID. It is pretty much useless, so yeah, you can ignore this. Then again click on create credential, OAuth client ID, select web application, and here just click on create. Now this client ID is important, but we won't be using this in this tutorial, so just copy this client ID. I mean, we will be using this, yeah, don't worry too much. So here this is the client ID, so just copy it, and I will just paste it somewhere so that I can use it later. So the web client ID is important for Android applications. Yeah, this is confusing. Again, we'll come back over here, we'll click on done, and we'll just select. So in case if you're not able to see your client ID, just click on refresh as well. So yeah, I don't have to click on refresh, so I'll just click on save changes. Then we'll have to do the same thing for server as well. So again, I'll just go back, and let's just wait. So here again click on add credential, and now we will have to select server, so game server I mean, and we have already created the client for this, so I'll just click on refresh. So here, because the web client ID which we created is for web server, game server I mean. So I'll just click on save changes again. So this is done as well. Let's go back. Okay, so yeah, we will do this step later on. Now we will just publish our app, so I'll just click on review and publish, and I'll just scroll down. So here there are a few things which are pending, so I'll just click on this. So we just need to give some description, so I'll just copy this name on itself, change the description to whatever if you feel like. Game category I'll select as action, and I will just add some game icon as well. So I already have one game icon, so I'll select that, and same for feature graphic as well. I have one, where did it go? So this one, I'll just select that as well, and I think that should be it, and I'll click on save changes. Now it should allow us to publish. Again, I'll just go back, and I'll click on review and publish, and okay, there is one more step. I think it didn't took my I think we have to wait till it upload. I just pressed save changes. Let's just wait for this to upload for feature graphic. Okay, now I'll click on save changes. I'll go back again. I'll click on review and publish. I'll click on publish. I'll click on publish game project. So okay, so our game has been published. Now all we also make note of this project ID, because we will be using this project ID as well. So I'll just copy this project ID and I'll paste it over here. Now what I'll do is all I need to do is I'll need to create a simple login button, right? There will be one more thing. In case if the user is already logged in, then we will initialize. Now we have to obviously write native Android code with Kotlin. The way I will write code is such that if the user is already logged in inside our application, I will immediately send the user details back to Flutter side. Then you can take whatever action you want, like navigate to a different screen or whatever. But we will also have a login button in case if the user is installing our app for the very first time, so he or she needs to log in. So what I'll do is, firstly I'll just delete this my homepage widget. We don't really need this. We'll create a new one. So I'll just delete this my homepage. I'll remove the title out of this, and now I will write some code. I don't want to bore you guys with all the code. I'll explain it to you, but I'll write some code and then I'll explain it to you. So I'll just keep this in mind. So yeah, I'll just write some code and come back. Alright, so I have written down all the required code which is necessary. So if you see, this is my homepage widget, which is a stateful widget. It takes a method channel called Google Gameplay Services Platform. Now same name we will have to use it on native Android side as well while writing Kotlin code. And here I am inside the init state. I'm invoking a method called check login, because I want to check if the user is already logged in or not. If he is already logged in, we will get the data. Then we don't need to really do anything else. One thing I think which I missed is I'm sending some data back to the user. Now this is string data, unfortunately, but you will have to decode it. So what I'll do is I'll just write async over here and I'll print it to the console, just so that you can believe me that debug print user. Okay, now this would be in JSON format, so you just have to decode it. Same thing over here as well. Now what I'll do is I'll just add a future void, because we can't write async code inside init state. So I'll just say something like check login, and here I will do the same thing over here. And I haven't tested the code yet, sorry about that, but I think it will work. And here again I'll just call debug print, and then we can call check login over inside the init state. So once if the user is already logged in, this is immediately called. If we get the user, then you can do whatever action you want, like redirect to the next screen or save the user data, however you feel like. But if the user is not logged in, then here I have also created a text button, which on click of the text button we are invoking a method called login, and yeah, we just get the user data back. So yeah, that's it. Next, what you will have to do is you will have to go to your Android folder. Inside that, click on this Android manifest.xml, and before this application tag ends, you have to add this metadata value. Now this particular value should be your project name. In case if you have forgot, you can just go to your Google Play console, and this is your project name. So just copy this project name and just paste it over here. Once that is done, you will have to go to this build.gradle file. You will have to add this dependency section, and here you will have to add Google Play Game Services dependency. Then I went to settings.gradle because I wanted to update the Kotlin version as well. So I'm using Kotlin 1.9.20. Then you will have to go to main activity. Firstly, you will have to copy all these imports which I have. So I'll just minimize this. So copy all these imports. So for main activity, this is the main activity inside the Android folder. Okay, and here we are overriding a method called configure Flutter engine. Firstly, we are initializing our SDK as soon as our app is launched, and here we just call this playgames.get play games client. So yeah, we just require this particular variable. Then we create a method channel with the same name what we have defined it inside our min.dot file. So this name, and it will have two methods. First, the login method, which we call on the login pressed. So here you can see we just do game sign in client dot sign in, add on complete listener. If sign in is successful, then we just do play games dot get player client, pass our main activity to it, dot current player, add complete listener. And if this task is successful, this task variable will have all the user details. So I'm actually sending this entire object back to Flutter side over here. If you want to check what all this contains, you can open your Android Studio, and here is the same code. So you can just do m task dot, and here you can see so dot result dot, yeah, so we'll have to pass m task dot result, not just m task. So what I'll do is I'll do something like this. Okay, so what change you have to make is here you will have to do m task dot result. Okay, and I think same thing we'll have to do for check login as well. So I will just change this. I'll come back to the code in a bit, but basically if you want to check what all these things this player contains, you can check it inside Android Studio because it gives proper IntelliSense. Here you can see icon, image URL, player ID, current player info, all these things are present. So yeah, you can choose whatever you feel like. Again, coming back to our code, so we are sending that data back to Flutter side. In case of error, I'm sending error back. So you can wrap that in try catch as well if you want to. And here is also the error. And check login, same thing. Game sign in client dot is authenticated, add complete listener. If authentication is successful, then we just do play games dot get player client dot current player dot add on complete listener. And if that is successful, again we send the entire player object back to Flutter side. In case of error, we handle the error case as well. So yeah, that's it for the main activity. I'll again simply scroll through this file. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like, in case if you have missed anything, and copy the code. So yeah, that's it. Also, one good practice would be to wrap this around try catch. So in case if there is any error, we at least know it. So I'll just paste this and let IntelliSense do the thing for me. Over here as well, we will have to wrap it around try catch. Okay, I'll just move this inside try catch as well. Okay, and if you want, you can just add this debug print over here as well, or however you feel like handling the error. Now I will just run my application and let me show you guys the output. So I have installed the app and I have installed it via Android Studio. You don't have to use Android Studio, you can use the Flutter run command as well. The reason I am using Android Studio is because I am more comfortable in Android Studio. Now I'll just open my app, and here you can see that it is quickly logged in. Again, I'll just remove my charging part, and hopefully it should log in. Why didn't log in? Okay, I mean, I know I haven't clicked on the login button yet, but it did maintain the state. So here you can see I'm able to see the state. It also displays one good animation which I don't know why it was missing. So here you can see I'm already logged in. If I click on the, so I'll just clear this logs out. If I click on the login button, again here you can see this is the same log from our Flutter side. This is not from Android Studio side. So here you can see I'm displaying all the player details. I'll just reopen the application because I want to show you guys one animation. So given that the reason why I'm already logged in is because I've made a similar tutorials for native Android as well as for Godot game engine. That's why I'm already logged in. So I'll just close this. I'll just reopen the app because I wanted to show you. I'm mirroring my device, so the output is little laggy as well. I don't know why it is not showing up. So what I'll do is I'll just rerun my application. Maybe it's not I am already logged in. As you can see, I'm able to fetch the user details because when I ran the application for the first time, I'm able to see that. I'll just do this. Hopefully this time I'm able to show you. Like if the user is already logged in, you get a pop-up. Okay, there was some error. Like I don't have a USB for this particular Mac, that's why I have to do Wi-Fi debugging to install my application. So hopefully we should be able to see it. I don't know why. I think it's pretty quick. That's why we are calling this pretty inside the init state. But typically you should able to see this some kind of a login pop-up. Like once you open the app for the very first time, the Google Play Game Services displays a pop-up. If you are doing this for the very first time, you will see a different pop-up saying that login. But yeah, unfortunately I don't know why it is not able to show it to me. It runs fine on native Android as well as here also. I saw it when I ran it for the very first time. Let me do one thing. I'll just uninstall the application and reinstall it again. Also, one more thing is, if suppose a user does not have never used Google Play Game Services, then once he clicks on the login button, Google Play's Game Services will automatically display a UI telling the user to create his Google Play game account. So we don't have to worry about that as well. So yeah, let's just wait for one final try. Hopefully because I saw it for the very first time when I ran this Flutter application. Again, this is just for your knowledge purpose, this is not really necessary. Okay, so it was visible. It went out pretty quickly. Again, I'm now mirroring my device, and also this app is running in debug mode. That's why this could be the issue. Try running it inside a release mode and it will work for you. But again, I'm not running in release mode because that will again require a different SHA-1, I guess. I don't know how to use the debug SHA-1 for a release APK. But anyways, yeah, it did pop up. It's just that we are displaying a black screen at the start as a splash screen. It does get little bit blurred out, but it did pop up. That's my guarantee. Or if you want, you can just add a delay timer before calling this check login, just for testing purpose. So yeah, that's it for login. Alright, so once Google Play console is opened, you just again, once login is integrated, you have to open Google Play console again. You will have to go to Grow Users, Play Game Services, Setup and Management, and click on Achievements. And here I will be creating 2 achievements, so I'll just click on Create Achievement over here, and I will just create 2 achievement. Test 1, I'll name the first achievement as Test 1. I'll give the same description as well, and I'll upload some app icon. So I will upload the same thing which I had previously. And again, I'll just scroll down. I'll keep initial state as hidden, and points I will keep it as 5. Change it to whatever you feel like, and then I'll just click on Save as Draft. Okay, once this is done, I'll again go back, and I will create one more achievement. So I'll just click on Create Achievement, and I will just name it as Test 2. I'll copy this, I'll paste it over here, I'll click on Upload, and again I'll just select this icon, I'll click Open. And now we have to make this as incremental achievement. So what basically is an incremental achievement? So suppose if I'm clearing 5 stages of my game, then only this achievement should be unlocked. Then you can make it as an incremental achievement. So I'll keep this as 5. You can change it to whatever value you feel like. It is revealed by default. Points is also 5, and I'll click on Save as Draft. Now you don't really need to publish this if you are using a test account like me, but I like to publish it just to be on the safer side. But if your app is already published, then real users will also see this, so be careful. So I'll just click on Review and Publish, and I'll click on Publish again, Publish Changes. So yeah, these are published. Again, I'll just click on Achievements. I'll go back to VS Code. I'll go to main.dart over here. Now I have changed the code a little bit. It's pretty easy. So basically what I have done, the code remains the same for the most part. Here is our login button. Then I have created one more button called Unlock Achievement 1. So you can see this is what I am doing over here. Now it requires the ID of the achievement 1. So what I can do is I can just go to our achievement 1. I'll copy this ID and I'll paste it over here. Similarly for Unlock Achievement 2 as well. So if you see over here, it requires the ID of the achievement. So again, I'll just go back to Achievement 2. I'll click on it. I'll copy this and I'll paste it over here. Okay, then show achievement. So yeah, this will show a UI for us to the user on what achievements he has unlocked and what are still locked. so we don't have to worry too much about it. It does return some data, but that data I found pretty much useless, so I'm not really catching that data. Then the other thing is load achievements. So again, this will again show you all the data which is locked as well as unlocked, but I'm filtering only those achievements which are unlocked by the user. But yeah, if you want, you can get the logged data as well. I will show you once I show you the actual code on how to do that. And last is reveal achievement. I just wanted to show it to you. I will enter the achievement 1 ID over here. This is not really working for me. I don't know why, the reveal achievement part, but yeah, I just wanted to make you guys know that there is something like this as well, in case if you're interested. So yeah, that's it on the Flutter side. Next you will just have to go to Android app src main Kotlin main activity.kt. In the meantime, I'll just run my application, okay, just to avoid unnecessary editing. Okay, so yeah, coming back to our code. So here again I have added few imports. Just check your imports. I think I have added this particular import as well. Just check your imports again. And also here we have to change this from Flutter activity to Flutter fragment activity, because we are using register for activity result, that's why. And if I scroll down, this particular part is same, so login is same, check login is also same. So here is unlock 1, so we are getting the ID which you sent it from Flutter side, and then we just call play games dot get achievement client of this unlock, pass our ID. Similarly for unlock 2, we get the ID, and then we just do play games dot get achievement client, but this is an increment achievement, so we are incrementing it by 1. Now you will have to call this method 5 times, because we have we have kept it as 5 steps, right, to unlock this. So you will we'll have to, in our case, we'll have to press the button 5 times to unlock this particular achievement. Then show achievements, play games dot get achievement client, achievement intents, add on complete listener. If the result is successful, then we just do launcher dot launch. Now this, up till this part, it will automatically show a UI to us. Okay, then I am also using this launcher dot launch. I just wanted to show it to you guys. So if you scroll down here, you can see I have created a launcher. So it basically calls this register for activity result. I'm not sending this data back to Flutter side. If you want, you can see how this data looks, and then if you find it useful, you can send it back to Flutter side. I keep saying React Native. Then yeah, then load achievements again, play games dot get achievement client dot load true, add complete listener. If it is successful, then we get the achievement data. From that we get the achievement list, and here you can see I'm filtering by those achievements which are unlocked by user. If you want all achievements, you can just remove this particular filter part. Then here also what I'm doing is that this is a list, right? I'm joining all the items of the list by comma separated, and I'm only getting name of each and every item of our achievement. There are a lot of other items as well, which I will show you in a second, but once I have all the achievement names which have been unlocked by the user, I'm sending it back to Flutter side, just to keep things simple. And in case of error, I'm just displaying toast message. This again, reveal achievement, this is not really working. I don't know why. We just get the ID, we just call dot reveal on this. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the code. Again, I'll simply scroll up and scroll down slowly. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like, and just copy the code. So yeah, that's it. Now just to show it to you, like I said, what all things are in the achievement. So here is our achievement, right? If you want, you can remove this filter part as well. Sorry, I messed up. So this filter part as well, but I'll keep it. And here inside unlock achievements, basically what all things are there. So if I just do .0 so each achievement has a name, state, type, achievement ID, current steps, description, lot of things. So if you want, you can use whatever you feel like is correct for you. So yeah, I've already run my application. I'm already logged in as well. If I just click on login again, I don't need to click on login again, but I'm already logged in. I will show you the logcat as well. I'll clear everything out. Okay, again I'll just click on login. Here you can see you don't have to click on login if you have already pressed it. It automatically saves the state, and we are anyways calling check login inside init state. Now I'll just click on show achievement first. So here you can see it is displaying this particular UI. I'll just move this little. So here you can see there are no achievements unlocked yet, so both are locked. So I'll just scroll it down. I'll click on unlock achievement 1. So here you can see this is the UI you see once achievement has been unlocked. Now again I'll just click on show achievement again, and here you can see the achievement 1 has been unlocked. Now again I'll just scroll down, I'll click on unlock achievement 2. Now this is an incremental achievement, so if I click on show achievement again, here you can see it is showing that it is 20% complete. So I will have to press it 4 more times. So again I'll just scroll this down, I'll just press this 4 more times. 5, yeah, okay. Now I'll click on show achievement, and here you can see at the top also we are getting achievement unlocked, and here also we are seeing achievement has been unlocked. Now load achievements. So I'm just displaying the name, so I'll just display to I'll click on load achievements. So here you can see these are the names which I'm sending it back. So I'm also displaying a toast message which you can remove, but hopefully you got the point. And reveal achievement, nothing really happens. I don't know what's the purpose of this, but yeah, if you know, do let me know in the comments. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.